Hi, my name's Paula and welcome to my vlog.
Okay, so this is part 2 of my interview with some expat women here in Singapore. So I hope you enjoy it.
I think for anything it's really important to have communication. So I think just to keep reminding them how lucky they are that they live this sort of life. And we have a lot of help around the house, and so they don't have to do a lot of stuff that they might have to do at home. So when I lived at home, I was working and doing lots of other things as well as keeping house and everything. So they had to do a lot more chores and things. So we try and make sure that our kids still do things like that.
Yeah. And it's the little things like
making your bed.
Them to when you finish your meal, you take your plate to the kitchen.
Yeah.
You don't leave it there for someone else to clean up. And saying please and thank you.
Yeah.
Because I find in this environment with a lot of the kids that grow up like this, they don't even say thank you to like a bus driver or you know somebody in the school, or they just don't have they have this sense of entitlement, some children. So you really do have to work that bit harder because it is not real life. This is not it's a time in our lives, isn't it? But it's not our entire life, if you know what I mean. So we do have to work a little bit harder to keep them and it's the little things that keep the kids grounded, like, you know, please and thank you, take your plate out, you know, tidy your room, you know, because a lot of kids don't do
I think it depends on your age, so that's really important, that age. So my son grew up through that age all at home, so we've only been travelling in the high school, so he's sort of lucky that he's got all these pleases and thank yous and all that. So for him, it's more about like communication and understanding how lucky he is to be doing all this travelling, and he does. And he's actually, I think it depends on your child, but we're just lucky that he's very low maintenance, so he doesn't need a lot of reminding. Actually, he doesn't ask for a lot of things, and sort of we're lucky like that. But I think it is really important just to keep reminding them, you know, that there's a lot of people at home who are not living like this, you know. So you know, when you go home, you know, they do tend to just slot back in. Actually, that's how I feel. Generally speaking, they tend to just slot back in with what their friends are doing, sort of. But you do need to keep talking about it. Regularly, I think. I don't know. What do you find?
Well, this is my biggest question is basically if you're in year 7, for example, and Joe Blow's got the latest gadgets, and so is someone else, and someone else, and you don't, as a child. How do you keep that child grounded? Because how do you not give them everything without them not feeling like they don't fit into the environment that they're in?
I think with high school, like where you're going through with your grade, he's in year 8 now, isn't he? I personally think it's very important to fit in high school. Like I think if you don't fit in, if you haven't got the same things as other children, it can leave you feeling sort of segregated slightly. And then if you're already starting on the back foot that you've only just moved there, I think some things like that are important to make you that you've got the same shoes as someone else. I mean, it's not important to us, but it's very important to them. So I suppose you just have to find a balance that, you know, to pick one or two things, but maybe not everything, you know, and also what fits into your family.
Exactly.
Like if you don't like them playing video games that have shooting or whatever, then that would be the same whether you lived here or whether you lived in Melbourne or wherever. Like you have to then try and, you know.
I think at a young age, because, you know, if you're having young children too, and Rachel, it's, you know, like to me it's just always telling her that you can't always have what everyone else has. Or they might all say they have it, or they might all say they do this.
But do they?
Do they?
Yeah.
You know, really do they? Some kids yes, some kids no. And so I try and teach her that what happens in our house is our problem, not anyone else's. So that's fine if she, you know, hers is the iPhone at the moment. She's too, in my eyes, too young.
How old is she?
She's nearly 11. And she gets addicted. So already she's had a phone and she plays on it.
So you know with your particular child it wouldn't work.
That wouldn't work. But I understand that at school there's a lot of kids that do have iPhones.
At a much younger age.
At a much younger age. So it's that fine line of saying, well, I disagree with it. And I understand once she gets to high school that you lose a little bit more of that control. But that doesn't mean to say that the minute she walks into that door, those are the rules. So, you know, trying to make them understand that there are certain
I suppose it happens
boundaries.
As well. It's just accelerated here in this.
But it's more the question of not keeping the kids grounded, it's keeping yourself grounded.
Yeah.
So you pass it to them, right?
Yeah.
So if you're grounded and, you know, you keep, because it's not kind of real life for us too, is
Yeah.
it? It's a
It's
little
not,
bit
yeah.
different. But, you know, you have to keep your morals and your kind of ethics about you and instill them in your kids, because it is, I mean, my kids, I mean, they're 5, 7 and 9, and the 5-year-old will come home and say, when can I have a mobile phone? And she's 5, like,
Yeah.
you know, the 9-year-old's not asking, but the
Yeah.
5-year-old is.
Yeah.
So they're all
different.
They all get kind of influenced in different ways. So it's up to me to be the one to say, well, like you say, this is when I think it's the right time.
And I
not
think
when
it's girls get more influenced often at a younger age than that. Boys, it's often older. When at high school and stuff, that's when they often
and also
start to. Whereas girls, it's younger because such and such has it, and, you know, and that's, you know, as boys just don't find that.
I think you'd have that at home a lot as well. I mean,
Yeah,
you have,
you would.
like
It's
a
just-
lot of the things that are
it's
similar.
the same sort of thing. It's just that here, if you're an expat, you often have a lot more opportunities in other ways.
But
so
there's-
you don't want to be spoiled.
There's
not
lots more.
spoiling,
I
but
think
having-
there's a lot more freedom here too. Like, and I'm talking more specifically about Singapore. There's more freedom rather than other places I've lived,
Yeah.
because life's easy. Like, it's easy to get to places.
Yeah.
It's safe. So there's a lot of kind of kids that are just allowed to do whatever they want. You know,
At a much younger age.
at a much younger age.
Yeah.
And also because you have, since this is the first country where there's live-in helpers, like in
Yeah.
Shanghai, I mean, you didn't have a live-in helper. They would come to your house and they would normally they can do up to 12-hour days,
Yeah.
but they would never live in your home. They would always go
Somewhere.
to their own house.
Yeah.
So to me, I mean, it's where perhaps sometimes you see that the helper becomes a bit more of a parent, which is hard.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
that's
If you're doing the parenting of your
responsibility.
child and then you've got other people that are not, so it's
So
difficult.
it's that responsibility, and they tend to get let away with a lot more, I think, than sometimes.
Well, it's the lack. It's almost, you know,
the lack of.
it's the lack of
Yeah.
the responsibility. Like, they are responsible at certain times of the day, but really that doesn't happen. So,
Yes. No, I
so
understand.
you know, ultimately the buck lies with you, right?
Yeah.
You install what you want for your
Exactly
child,
right.
and
Yeah.
you know, if you want to have this totally flamboyant expat life, then your kids are going to live there, aren't they?
Yeah, that's true.
So
But sometimes it depends on your nature.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, my 2 children are so different, and yes, we lived at home through the whole. My daughter went through all of school at home in Australia, and my son's just gone through high school away. But you know, a couple of years ago, I asked about a Christmas list, and my daughter's list was this long, and my son's list was actually non-existent. He actually said, "Oh, don't worry, I don't need anything." So, and he's the expat kid, you know. So
Yeah,
really,
totally, you're right.
it's I think sometimes it's actually
Depends on the child.
it's just the child, and then you've got it's how you react to that child as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very interesting. So, anyway, that's a wrap. So, thank you, girls,
Thank you.
so much for helping.
You're welcome.
Anyway, thank you for watching. That's a wrap. So, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.